Right, guys. So, this secret about how to get more subscribers is absolutely bonkers. And heck, to be honest, I don't even know where to start. Now, for the longest time, I had a problem, and the problem was I would be talking too fast, so fast that perceived information that registered in my brain did not register in the brain of others at the same pace. Immediately, I realized that, or should I say, maybe not immediately, but like 2 years later, because I was also realizing many other things throughout those 2 years. But one thing became absolutely clear to me, that if you talk slowly with intonation, sort of almost like a fox or a cat that's just kind of stepping slowly on the paws, walking closer towards their audience with the voice. If you can express that, if you can lay that out sort of like an animal, then you will get more subscribers. You have to be sort of like a coy fox communicating through your phone and elevating other people. Now, here's where it gets tricky. This is not such an easy skill to conquer. But the day when I conquered it, sheesh, that's when it was smooth sailing. I mean, I had no idea that it would create such a transformational impact. Sheesh. Out of all the strategies, I'd have to rate this one really high up on my list. Sheesh. I mean, if I knew this like 2 years ago, I'd be doubling down on this. But silly me, I never realized how powerful this truly is. Well, thank God, 2 years later, I managed to finally realize this. But oh my God, we got 17 people. Jeez. I guess I might be doing something right. Sheesh. Where was I? Yes. How to get more subscribers. This is something extremely difficult, guys, for me to explain in a short, condensed period of time. But rest assured, if you listen to all the way through, it will make sense to you, and you will do the same. And then you'll come back to me and you'll say, oh my God, it worked. And I'll be like, yay! and then you're probably gonna buy me some coffee. You know, surprisingly, there's lots of people who struggling with this very same exact issue, being the process prisoners of their own desires that never become realized, simply because, well, one skill is not unlocked. How crazy is that? When I unlocked this skill, guys, she it was just like a hurricane of success. Hurricane of success. Now, so what is the secret? The secret is to slow down, introduce almost like animal style of communicating with your audience, crawling closer towards their soul while encapsulating your journey throughout every single workshop. Now, guys, there's tonality, there's pause, there's excitement, there is variation, there is combinations of multiple elements in play that almost impossible to describe in a very short workshop. But I can assure you that if you slow down and talk just like the way I do, you will be, my friend, getting subscribers. Remember, you gotta be sort of like, man, what would be a good movie for me to compare you to? Maybe sort of like a Jackie Chan in a drunken master type of movie, where you being sort of like that drunken master, where you kind of fighting with your opponents, and your opponents are really like the life that you're battling. And as you combat the obstacles, just like Jackie Chan in the Drunken Master movie, as you combat your own internal fears and obstacles, you start kind of conquering them with this almost like a drunken master behavior. Now, nobody really talks like this. Nobody really explains this to such level of detail, because, well, not a lot of people have such a degree of contrast and comparison that just sticks like butter on knife. You see, guys, if you really wanted to get more subscribers, you have to introduce your soul into your podcast, into your workshop. You have to be like that drunken master, almost effortlessly laughing at the obstacles that life brings upon you. With every word, your brain needs to be calculating the probability of other everyday people instantly bouncing off if you say any wrong word. Guys, can you imagine the level of control you must have in order to truly experience this? Can you imagine? Well, guys, you can develop hybrid skills that are not taught in college and be that drunken master, sort of like in that movie Jackie Chan. You see, I'm giving you guys contrast and comparison from many years ago, and focusing on something that is so diluted that, obviously probably would be a better example of showing you how to get more subscribers. But when you tap into your niche audience, this is exactly what they will crave for. Now, go ahead and repeat the same exact thing that I just described in this live, and try it for yourself. You will be surprised by the number of subscribers that you'll start getting. You see, the problem is you are simply talking too fast. It doesn't register in the minds of others, any kind of information that you're trying to relay. If you wanted to get more subscribers, you have to talk slow. now now that you have the tea, let's accelerate the pace and introduce extra element that will increase your subscribers even more. The first secret was to talk slow. The second secret is to accelerate the pace in unexpected places of your monologue or dialogue or any kind of conversation. Notice how I went ahead and accelerated everything and then I slowed down. Sheesh. Now I introduced third element. Notice how I said that was the third element. Guys, what do you call that element? Quirkiness. You have to introduce quirkiness into your style of conversations. So, first step, talk slower. Second step, accelerate in unexpected places. Third step, introduce quirkiness. Wah, 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 wah. That will be an example of quirkiness. Your unique sounds, your unique personality. Now, I give you three things. The fourth thing is what I talked all the way about in the beginning. Being like that drunken master from movie Jackie Chan, with the Jackie Chan, the master of something. You have to become that master of conversation. People gonna be gravitated towards your conversation if you use those four elements that I described in this live. Now, the other thing you could try doing, you could try becoming more clear. That's another way of doing things. More clear. Now, how do you create clarity with ads? You run $5 ads. That's how you create clarity. Go ahead and give it a try. Use Andromeda and use anti-gravity to go ahead and create consistent skills and to create some of those ads, and you're good to go. Now, so let's say you did started to use Cloud skills and anti-gravity and Andromeda to kind of juggle multiple pieces around to start getting some customers and finally becoming a freedom founder. What is going to be the next step for you to like combine all of those pieces together and gain more subscribers? Notice how I went ahead and accelerated and almost just kind of skipped through. This skipping sequence you could also introduce in your style of your conversations. And just remember, talk slow and accelerate at certain paces. For example, what I'm going to do, I'm going to describe super fast-paced conversation between myself and you. Okay, so check this out. First, I'm going to slow down, and then I'm going to speed things up, and then I'm going to introduce quirkiness. Okay, you ready? Let's go. All right, today we're going to describe a very unique concept. This concept has to do with entanglement theory. This is when objects could be almost like teleported from one place to another. In entanglement is a very beautiful thing that rarely understood by anybody other than quantum physicists. But I gotta tell you, I think they're onto something. I mean, quantum entanglement. Sheesh. If only I knew how to apply this in real life. Sheesh. I had no idea that I already did. Now, some of you are already here for truth. You want to know how to accelerate your pace and get subscribers. What I just did now, I slowed down, I tapped into a very creative topic like quantum entanglement. Then what I did is I introduced extra twists. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to accelerate this and I'm going to give you some more twists. To get more subscribers, run as on Andromeda, then combine it with anti-gravity to create skills that will construct some of those winning angle ads and then pierce through your ideal customer profile with different types of virtual assistants that are orchestrated by Claudebot. So notice how I went ahead and kind of used lots of terminology over here, but needless to say, this is the style of terminology you want to be leveraging in your thought leadership. To become a thought leader, you need to be introducing accuracy. You need to be introducing concepts that are rarely understood by others, yet easily understood by others without introducing lots of jargon. This is not so easily it's not so easily grasped, but once you grasp it, trust me, it's going to be smooth sailing. So now begin combining everything that I just described to you. Here was accelerating speed, introducing quirkiness, introducing the Jackie Chan drunken master type of style, and kind of being sort of like an animal when approaching the conversation and delivering your speech. Trust me, guys, this works. Now, the only problem that's missing is your identity and your brand. And we're going to talk about that in other workshops. And if you want to learn more, you could take a look at our workshops already did. But one of the things that you guys are missing, and the top reason in 2026 why you're not making money, is because you're missing identity. Google is working on ground cohesiveness in 2026. And in 2027, it will be part of the big swing. They're going to be swinging so hard that you guys better have that identity wrinkled out of the way. I'm going to get going, guys. I'm going to go to Wigman. I'll see you next time.